We're here with another episode of Before You Buy, that show where we give you some straight up gameplay and our first impressions on the latest games releasing. Well, as usual, it's me, your guide, Jake Baldino, and today we're talking about Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Now, this game was originally released on Wii U in 2014 by Retro Studios, and it's gained a second lease on life thanks to Nintendo Switch. While it doesn't really gain a lot of new additions in this port or anything like that, I'll say it's still a damn good game, and I'd almost go as far as to say it's a must-play for platformer fans. The general basic plot is Donkey Kong is hanging out, doing his thing, and celebrating his birthday with Diddy, Cranky, and Dixie when the Snowmads invade. Think Arctic animals like penguins and walruses, only they're evil Vikings. They kick the DK family out of their home and cover it in an Arctic winter, and then it's up to you to work your way through various lands to get back and kick ass and take back your home. What you get here is a game that at first feels like a real basic, corny Nintendo platformer, but it quickly becomes much more than that. This is a game that has beauty in its simplicity, but with that comes tight design that demands the absolute most of you. This is a platformer where there is no room for screw-ups. Controls and the general feel works as you'd expect if you played Donkey Kong Country Returns, and you get different control options to choose from. You run, you roll, you jump, you bop, you bongo smash, and you throw, and then you use your allies riding on your back to reach new heights. Cranky has this pogo jump like Yoshimitsu, Diddy of course has his little jetpack boost again, and Dixie has helicopter hair. You can play co-op where one person controls a smaller character, but it genuinely makes the game more challenging, not less. Now, you work your way through gorgeously realized and creative levels through 6 distinct themed worlds, but even within each world, every level within that manages to be unique as well. It's really impressive and makes the game that much more fun to play through. Each level is filled with hidden secrets to reveal, hidden bonus challenge areas, and the puzzle pieces and letters to collect. Now, there are really fun and replayable sections like riding on minecarts, rushing your way through a collapsing or moving sequence, and riding on animals that are really memorable and really kind of give the game more value. Playing through the entire thing, just the main story, can take you 10 to 12 hours, but it really depends on how you play because it's going to be very different for everybody. This game requires perfect timing and skill. Tropical Freeze is really challenging. It is not for babies. This game will make you angry and maybe even frustrated and blaming the controls at times, but it can be done. Using items wisely and being patient while also just committing to moving fast will help you succeed. I think this game is actually going to surprise some newcomers with just how challenging it really is. But then if you like, having the option to replay and clear out everything by finding all the secrets, completing the spelling of Kong, K-O-N-G, and the puzzle pieces for each level, give you almost an extra level of play because you gotta really work to get all this stuff. If you're a player that really loves a challenge, those extras allow you to push yourself even harder while also just getting more longevity out of the game. Then there's also Funky Mode, starring Funky Kong. He's the shopkeeper guy you come across to buy items from Tropical Freeze, but only in this Switch version, he gets his own playable mode. Playing as him is essentially playing the game on easy mode. He has way more health and roll, he's got a double jump and a glide, and spikes don't hurt him. It feels almost like playing a completely different game, but it's still worth checking out just because it's fun to cruise through levels really fast while literally kick flipping on a surfboard. I still think it's kind of worth checking out. I found myself playing it a little bit. Also, I can't believe the original version didn't have this mode, just for kids at least. If that's a concern for you as like a possible parent or something, now your kid will have a way more accessible way of experiencing the game. It's kind of like good training wheels, and you get to play as this really cool monkey who definitely looked like he was the guy in high school who made out with all the girls. Did I really just say that about a monkey? I don't know. Look, either way, if you progress, you do get to see some really dazzling moments and levels and boss battles that are really grueling. They're often multi-layered and always really exciting. And they have some of the best soundtrack bits. Really, speaking of soundtrack, the game just looks and sounds great. It runs at 1080p 60 docked, and the resolution is much lower on handheld, but I didn't notice it too much while playing. It's bright, it's vibrant, everything is moving, and it's just a blast to look at and listen to and play through. At least when you're not throwing your controller across the room. But Tropical Freeze feels like one of those old school challenging games that require absolute mastery and almost memorization of every level or every boss fight. It's a refreshing thing to play on Nintendo Switch right now. And if you didn't give it a try on Wii U, I would definitely consider it now. But that is, of course, how a Before You Buy works. You probably know by now I give this some pros, some cons, and some personal opinion, and now I definitely want to hear yours down in the comments. Maybe you're an old school Donkey Kong fan from the beginning. I want to know how you feel. Maybe you've been playing since Nintendo 64, maybe you've been playing since GameCube, I don't know. Whoever you are, let's talk Donkey Kong down in the comments below. Do you like the additions in the Switch version? Do you think there should have been some more additions, more extras, more modes? And do you prefer to play the game co-op? I don't know. Let's talk about all this stuff. I'll be down there talking to you guys, but of course, if you got anything else for me, hit me up on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Jake Baldino. But as you know, if you enjoyed this video and maybe learned something, clicking the like button does help us out. We do really appreciate it. And if you are new, you should consider subscribing because we put out stuff like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.